Okay, here we are again, and I have my screen up exactly where we left off the last time. Well, almost exactly where we left off the last time. If you recall, we had downloaded some exercise files and we had loaded one of them. And then we had paused the screen and ended the video at that point. And I also promised you that the next video I would demonstrate how to declutter the screen, having pointed out how messy it looked. And we are going to do just that. First of all, we don't have to pause the exercise to declutter the screen, but it might be best if you do that so that you can start off with a clean slate, so to speak. If you recall from your notes, the item that will help us to declutter the screen is the video map selector icon or tab on the screen setup toolbar here down at the bottom right corner. All right. I'm going to leave the exercise on pause and then proceed to declutter the screen. So we click on delta, or this delta D. All right. And now we get the map, the video map selector window that comes up. You'll notice that it has system maps, user map 1 and user map 2. Now these maps, the user maps were created by the course developer. But the system maps come with the program. You might recall from your notes also that I said the reason why the screen is cluttered is because all of the buttons on the system map are automatically selected when the exercise starts, and that create quite amount of clutter. So we'll begin with the system map tab first, and we will deselect all of these, leaving just the areas left selected. Then we go to the user map 2 and we select TMA. And that is the basic setup if you're going to set up for approach, surveillance, simulation. And having done that, we click apply. So once again, the system maps, we leave everything, we leave only the areas tab selected. And on user map 1, there's nothing selected. On user map 2, we select only TMA. And then we select apply, and you'll see how clean the screen becomes. Wonderful. Now the screen is pretty small, so you might want to zoom it out, or zoom it in rather. And you recall that the large Z is to actually zoom in to make the screen, or what's on the screen, larger. The small Z is to zoom out to make what's on the screen smaller. So we just click on the large Z like that, and it gets larger just like that. One of the areas we covered in this module is the fact that some of the windows on the screen can be in the way, and so we need to know how to relocate them. For instance, this departure list window is pretty near to the area that we are simulating, which is the Norman Manley Airport. This These are for the Sangster Airport. It's on the other side of the island. And if you recall, to move them about, you simply need to hold down the control key, and with the right button of the mouse, you click and wait till a little window comes up. You'll notice that the little white window has not come up, and I told you what the problem was with that one. It means that I have Word Web, and I need to exit Word Web in order for that function to work. So here we go again. Control button, right mouse, see little white window comes up, and you just move the mouse to where you want it and let go. This one again, hold on control, right mouse, when the little window comes up, you just move it to where you want it and let go. Let's move the Sangster ones out of the way as well. Up there and up there. Okay, to get just a little ahead of the program, so to speak, in looking at this departure list, you'll notice that there's a T at the right end. That means that the aircraft is taxiing. Okay, and the estimated departure time is 05. The clock is saying 00, so it's about 4 minutes away. I could run the exercise and accelerate it a little bit. Now you will see that this same aircraft has an R, which means that it's requesting clearance, and the other aircraft is taxiing. Okay, I'm going to clear this aircraft for takeoff, which means that I would have gotten a clearance valid from approach, would have issued a clearance valid to the tower for it to take off. To do this, I click on the requested level arrow and select the level that I want to assign to the aircraft. I can go east or west routes. In this case, I'm going to just select 340, and the aircraft is cleared to depart and to climb to 340. I could accelerate a bit again to have the aircraft depart. Now you'll notice that there's a C here, which means that the aircraft has received clearance, has been cleared for takeoff. Just to see what will happen. And here the aircraft is airborne. So I've just launched a departure. And the aircraft is moving along quite nicely. While that is happening, let's look at the other tabs on the screen setup taskbar, toolbar. The small Z, zoom out. The large Z, zoom in, just click, continue to click. The V or Victor, when you click that, it gives you an option to set the vector line ahead of the aircraft. As it is there now, it's set to 1 minute. And if you look right at the leading edge of the aircraft here, you see there's a short line. If I were to select to 2 minutes, the line will get a little longer. As you have seen a while ago, go up again to 4 minutes. So it gives you an idea as to where the aircraft will be in 1 minute, 2 minutes, up to 5 minutes. All right. Also, we had looked at the flight details window and I had mentioned how to close that. So if you select a flight in this flight list, you get a flight details window. So this is moved in a similar way as you move other windows on the screen. So I move it like that, and you will see that the information in the window is pretty much similar to the information here in this window, the departure list window. And it has to do with the flight plan. So you can see that this aircraft is requesting 150. The point of departure is now on Manly, and it is going to somewhere in Haiti. Okay. Now to close this window, you right click an empty space in it like that, and it's gone. All right? And it's really as simple as that. Okay, one thing I did not mention in this module to date is how do you close down an exercise that has been running. Well, to close down the exercise, you don't have to pause or anything. You go back to the Go tab, and you have to end the simulation first. You'll notice that there are other items on this list. You saw configuration option before and minimize. The others are mainly for more advanced users that we may look at on this course as well. So we need to go to the Go menu, select End Simulation instead of Run, End Simulation. Okay, you get a blank screen, you go back to the Go menu again, and you get the options that we have already covered in module 2 or so, I think. And you simply need to click Exit. And the exercise was stopped and the program closed down. Now you saw the departure and you saw the data block. And in our next video, I will look at the data block of the aircraft. This is where all of the action really takes place, where all of the piloting, pseudo-piloting takes place. Like vectors, climb, increase speed, decrease speed, and so on and so on. All right, so I'm going to thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video.